She was just supposed to fix the targets, invisible to the elite warriors who trained there every day, until one man, a Navy SEAL, silently handed her his rifle, and she did the unthinkable. Emily wore no uniform, no stripes, no medals. No salute followed her down the line. She wasn't military, not exactly. She was a contractor, one of the many unseen hands behind the scenes, patching targets, recording shot groupings, resetting drills in the blistering heat and icy wind. At 26, she had quietly accepted her role on the periphery of greatness, on the outer ring of a circle that once, just once, had belonged to her. The range was full of giants, hardened, deadly, efficient. Navy SEALs from Team 6 rotated through the site for advanced training. They barely spoke to her. She didn't mind, because every rifle shot, every echo, reminded her of someone she once knew better than herself. It was a Tuesday, hot and flat and forgettable. The kind of day where the sand clings to your skin and the sun burns even through fatigues. Emily walked down range to replace a splintered paper silhouette. Standard drill. Same as always. She knelt, stapled the fresh sheet, checked the lines. But as she turned to walk back, she froze. One of the SEALs wasn't moving. He stood apart, watching her. She recognized him, not by name. They never gave those. But his eyes. They were the kind that carried storms. He approached, slow, deliberate. In his hand was a rifle, matte black, long-barreled, quiet and deadly. She looked at him, confused. "You shoot?" he asked. She blinked. "I used to." He handed the weapon to her. Not a word more. She hesitated. Was this a test? A prank? She wasn't allowed to handle their rifles. But his face was carved from truth. No smirk, no mockery. He pointed to a steel silhouette. 850 yards. Wind shifting. No bench rest. No. Warm dash up. She looked through the scope, and memories crashed in. Her father's calloused hands adjusting her grip as a 12-year-old. The trophies, the letters from West Point, her brother, Jake, teaching her to breathe between heartbeats. She had the gift. He had the fire. They were supposed to go in together. Until Jake deployed first. Until Afghanistan. Until the IED. And just like that, her future became too loud, too painful. So she ran, away from service, away from shooting. She became the quiet one on the range. Her hand steadied. The rifle felt like home, and like betrayal. Her breath slowed. She adjusted for wind. Calculated drop. Click. Safety off. Crack. A single shot echo. 1 long second. Ping. The steel target sang. Center mass. Perfect. The range fell silent. No cheers. Just all. The SEAL beside her gave a small nod. Not surprise, but confirmation. "Knew you still had it," he said softly. Her heart stopped. She looked at him again. His face. That scar. The photos in Jake's foot locker. It was Derek. Jake's. Old spotter. His best friend. Derek had found her months ago. Watched. Waited. He'd seen her fixing targets, hiding in plain sight. He never pushed, never approached. until he saw her hand naturally at just the angle of a loose bipod mount, until he saw her flinch at a missed grouping. He knew the signs. He knew her story. And he carried a message. Jake wanted you to keep shooting. He said you had more raw talent than anyone he'd ever met. Said, if anything happened to him, to find you, remind you. Emily didn't sleep that night. She went home, opened the old trunk, unpacked her past. She found the letter Jake left, unopened. It ended with, keep your eyes downrange. M. The world still needs you pulling the trigger. 3 weeks later, she enlisted not to follow Jake, but to honor him. Derek made the call. A SEAL team training a special unit of snipers. They took her, quietly, reluctantly, until she broke their records, shot after shot, impossible groups, and they all remembered that day, the girl who was just there to fix the targets, until ASEAL handed her a rifle. Asterisk, you never know who's watching. And sometimes, the greatest warriors are hiding in silence, waiting for one person to believe again. One shot, one name, one legacy. Don't ignore the quiet ones, because sometimes they're just waiting to change the world. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to believe in second chances. Subscribe for more untold truths and comment below. One shot can change everything.